Okay, welcome back. In last session, we discussed about many things like where condition, how to add multiple conditions, and so on. And at the end of the session, we dropped all the tables. That means we don't have any table in this particular database. You can see it here. When I was demonstrating the example for drop table, I dropped all the 4 tables that are present, and still you have some dummy tables which I created for creating cube for some other guy. So we have only one table, that is employee backup. So let me select it and see what data is present in this table. Okay, it has good amount of records. And in last session we discussed about the keyword distinct. So distinct is generally used for get the distinct records. This is how you can use the distinct keyword. Select star, distinct star, or you can specify any particular column you want to fetch as part of the result set. Select distinct star from employee backup. If I execute this, it is gonna get only distinct records. Now let's see a different case. How to see only top 10 columns, sorry, top 10 rows, or top 5 rows, or top 7 rows. So if you want to limit the data, okay, if you want to limit the data, then how it is gonna be? How we can limit the data that is fetching from the server? So for that we have a keyword top. I'll write the syntax first. Top, some number, how many number of records you want to get, and what are all the columns you want to get, either star or columns from table name. So it is as simple as a normal select statement. The only thing that is going to add here is the top number, how many records you want to fetch. For example, I want to get top 7 records. Select top 7. After that you have to specify what columns you want to get. I want to get all the columns, star from employee backup table. Now see, it is getting top 7 records. So this is how you can filter top n number of records that is getting from the table. And now I want to get top 70. Let's see how to get. So this is how you can get the top 70 records. So this is how you can limit the number of records. There is one more way to limit the number of records, that is you can write the select statement employee backup and you can use the limit keyword. Oops, it is not working here, I guess. Let me see. Oh, sorry, this is not working here. I'll explain you that limit part again. You can limit in stored procedures how to get top 5 records or top 10 records, but this is the standard way how you will get the top n number of records. You can have any number here, even though the table is having only 50 records, and if you specify 100, it will try to get the top 100, but the available is 50, so it is gonna get only 50 records. The example for that one is I have some 10 million records here in this table. Select top, I'm giving 20 million. Star from employee table. So what it is gonna do is it is gonna get what are all the tables available, and it will try to get until 20 million. If not available, it will fetch the records that are available in the table. So this is how you can limit the data that is coming in from the server to your result set. And this top is very useful. And if you want to see what are all the columns present in any table, whenever you join any new project, you don't know what is the columns that are present in any table. And in some cases, there will be some hundreds of columns in a table, and if you want to see what is the column name, There are two ways to do that. One is use this select statement. Use this top keyword. So if you execute something like this, it is not going to fetch all the records. It will get only the number of records you want. You can go for one also. And that your requirement is to know what are all the columns that are present. For that, why you need to get all the records that are present. You can get only the top one record, and you can get the employee column details that are present in the employee backup table in this case, or whatever table you want. And there is one more way to get the columns that are present in the table. The other way of getting the columns in the table is, there are stored procedures sp underscore help. Keep in mind, this is the one which you are going to use very frequently. Sp underscore help, and give the table name. Let me copy the table name. So what this is gonna do is, this is gonna fetch the table structure. This is the table name, and these are all the column details, and what is the type of data of each column. Okay, so this is very useful stored procedure. Sp underscore help system stored procedure. Whenever you create, this one will be created by default. Whenever you create any database, this one will be created by default, and we can see under system stored procedures sp underscore help part. These are the so many stored procedures created. These are useful in different scenarios. Let's go to the stored procedure. All these stored procedures are useful in different cases. This is the system stored procedure, which is created by default whenever you create the database, and this is helpful to get the structure of the database table. Whatever the table you want to see, just copy it here, sp underscore help, and give the table name. That one will fetch the structure of the table. I call it as getting structure of the table. Okay, now we have used where condition. We have used where condition to filter the data, and in that where condition we have used only equal to path. Okay, now I'm gonna show couple of other ways to filter the data. Couple of other operators I can give in the where condition. I'll call it as back to where. Sorry, I'm taking a simple select statement again, employee backup, and I'm seeing what data that is present. So here I have some records. Now I don't know the employee name. I don't know exact name. Generally, how I will filter, if I want to get only employee name Rupesh, I'll go like this. Employee name is equal to Rupesh Babu. Okay. If I execute like this, it will fetch me the records of the employee backup table where employee name is equal to Rupesh. If I don't know the exact name, it is not easy to remember all the products if you have 1 crore products in your table, or all the employees if you have 40,000 employees. You can't remember all the employee names and their spellings. So if you want to go for something, if you know half of the name, and if you don't know the full name, whether you don't know whether it is Rupesh Babu or Rupesh Kumar or Rupesh Naidu or something like that, so in that case you can use like operator. Let's see how to use like operator. Okay, like operator is similar. Let me write the syntax first. Select star from employee backup table where employee name, instead of equal to, the like will come into picture. Employee name like, I know there is something called OOP in his name. I don't know the starting of the name, and I don't know the ending of the name. In that case, give percentage in the starting and give percentage in the ending. So this means OOP will be there in the name for sure. I know that, and I don't know what is before that and what is after that. So in this case, it will search for all the names which has OOP in the middle and some text in the before, some text before and some text after. If you see, only the Rupesh name has OOP in the middle. Now let me write one more example where I'm gonna give BAB. This guy has BAB in his name, and also another guy, I think Lokesh Babu has BAB in his name. And see, it is fetching all the employees where employee name like BAB. It should start with anything, it can start with anything, and it can end with anything, but BAB should be there in the name. Okay, I'll tell you a classic example. Few guys will write Rupesh as ROOPESH, and few guys will take it as RUPESH. You don't know what's the exact spelling, and you cannot try in so many ways. What you can do, the best way is the common part of it. What is the common part of it? RUPESH or ROOPESH? The common part is PESH. So if you execute like this, if there is any name with which starts with RU or either RU or ROO or whatever it may be, and which ends with anything else, but it should have this PESH in the middle. So the like keyword, it will fetch all the similar values based on the condition whatever we are giving here. And here this percentage is called as wild characters. So these wild characters, there are different sets, like one is percentage and another one is underscore, and the third one is square brackets, and the fourth one is negation of square brackets, that is opposite of the square brackets. So these four wild characters are used in like operators. Now let's try to apply all these four in like operator and see how the data will be fetched. This percentage, first let's talk about percentage. We have already seen the percentage in action, so let's see how it is gonna work. The percentage, what it will do is, percentage means either 0 or n number of characters. I'll write it here. Either 0 or n number of characters. That means this percentage can be having either 0 characters or hundreds or thousands of characters. That means it can start with PESH or APESH or ABPESH or whatever it may be if I give percentage. So it can have either 0 or n characters, 0 to n characters, and this underscore takes only one character. Okay, you can replace this underscore with only one character. This is a set kind of thing. Okay, only one character here again, but from the specified list. Here, similar to the above one, only one character, but not from the specified list. Now we are going to see examples for each and everything. So first let's go with the percentage. So you have already seen this, the percentage. What it is doing here is, if I give BAB, it is not worried about what is present before that and how many characters. It can be 0 characters and it can be n characters. I'll show you a better example. I am giving VABU full name, full second name. Now if you see, there is 0 characters after this. This is Babu is the ending of the every name, and there is 0 characters. This second percentage in this query, in this condition, is replaced with 0 characters, whereas this one is replaced with, in first case, in Rupesh case, it is 8 characters including space, and in Lokesh it is 7 characters including space. So this is how there is no limit. It can be 0 or n number of characters. Okay, this is how you can use percentage with the combination of like operator. Now let's see the other one. The other one is underscore. How this underscore will work. In this case, this underscore, if you don't know any one character, then you can give, you can use underscore. Let me show you a better example. For that, I need a record. I'm inserting one record here to show, to demonstrate the underscore of a wild character. So I'm insert into employee backup values 7 comma Rupesh baby comma America. Okay, executed. Now instead of you, I'm giving single underscore. That means what it will do is it will get all the names, all the employee records with the names Rupesh BAB, and any character can be there, either U or A or Y. Let me add one more. Let me add Baba, Rupesh Baba, and let me make it as ID 17. Now this has 3 different combinations. One is Rupesh Babu, another one is Rupesh Baba, and another one is Rupesh Baby. And let's see whether everything is fetched or not. I think it is fetched. Let me go to the end. You can see Rupesh Baby and Rupesh Baba is also fetched. So this single underscore will be replaced with either any one of the alphabet. Whatever may be the alphabet you are gonna, or whatever may be the character 1, 2, 3, 4, even numbers you can. Okay, this is how you can use underscore operator. Now let's see the same part, the similar example, but with the square brackets, the third one. Here instead of underscore, what I'm doing here is I'm giving in brackets A and B. That means this one will fetch the records where the name is Rupesh BAB and the last character should be from either A or B, any one. Okay, if it is A, it will fetch. If it is B, it will fetch. It is fetching only 2. Oh, sorry, only 1. Why? Because only A present, and the remaining one, what we have given? We have given it as baby, right? If I add Y into this, then you can see baby also coming. If it is either A or B or Y, it will fetch the data. Now let me add the other part too. Y, and what is the last one? That is U. If I fetch this, if I add this, then it will fetch all the 3 different combinations we have. Okay, to make it better, I'm using distinct keyword. I want to see all the 3 records in one shot. Okay, this is how this square bracket works. What it will do is it will take only one, it will replace with only one character, but the character should be from the set whatever you have specified in the square brackets. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna copy the same, and for everything I'm taking distinct. I don't want to have a big list of same records. Now I'm adding negation to everything. Here it is negated, here it is negated, here it is negated. Negated means it's nothing but it acts as opposite way to what it was acting with plain square brackets. Here it can take any character from A to Z or 1 to 3, but it should not be from in A and B. See here, this is not A, this is not B, the ending character is not A and the ending character is not B. In the same way here, it should not be from A, B and Y. So how many combinations are left? Only one combination, that is U. And here it is 0 records. Why? Because all these 3 combinations, if you exclude, there is no other record. Okay, this is how you can. And now what to get all the records, what I'm gonna do is Here I'm giving TU, not U, TIJK. These four are not available, and you can see all the three are coming in the result set. So this is how you can use wild characters with the combination of like operator to filter the data in a better way. I mean, however you want, and if you don't know the exact name, and if you want to replace the things with I mean, if you want to check with similar names or very close names, then you can go in this way using the like operator and the wild characters. Now let's see whether we can use more than one wild character in a particular condition. Okay, I don't know what is here before this, so I'm giving percentage. So whatever it is there, it will get everything. And I think there is a character here, but I don't remember whether it is A or B or C. And what it is, it can fetch all the part. I mean, B and anything should be there here, and B should be there, and the fourth character should not be from this list, and starting part can be anything. And you can see it is fetching and getting all the different combinations. Even Lokesh Babu is fetching. Why? Because Lokesh Babu has B, and A for A will be replaced with this underscore and B, and it is not last character, that is U, is not in this list, and the percentage is fetching the name Lokesh space. So this is how you can use the combination of wild characters in the condition. Now let's see the next operator, that is in. This is also used to filter the data. Okay, when in the where condition you will use this in operator, and let's see how to implement and what is the use. Generally we used equal to filter any one record. For example, if employee name is where employee name is equal to Rupesh Babu, it was fetching only Rupesh Babu. What the case if you want to filter more than one? Okay, more than one, that means from a bucket of values. Earlier it was when you use equal to, it is a single value, but if you use in, it can be bucket of values. And how to use that, I'll give only where condition syntax, where column name in, you have to specify the in character, and here you have to specify the values in the bucket. Okay, let me implement the same. Select, I'll go for distinct. Why? Because you know there are so many records which will be fetched. Select distinct star from employee backup table, where employee ID, I'll go with ID in. I'm giving IDs now 1, 5, 7, 9. If there is any records with this ID, then fetch the data. So there are only two records, one is employee ID 1 and another one is employee ID 7. So this is how you can use the in operator to get that, to fetch the data from more than one record. Earlier when you were using equal to, it was only one value, you can compare, you can check, but here it is the bucket of values. You can give n number of values in the bucket. So this is how you can filter the data when it is an integer column. What about the string column? If it is a string column like employee name or employee city, in, it should be in single quotes. Each and every value should be in single quotes. I will give Hyderabad, and America. I have given three values, and all the three values are in round brackets, and everything is separated with comma, and all the three are in separate single quotes. Okay, this is how you have you can get the data, and you can by using in operator in the where condition. If you go back to wild characters and like operator, there is a classic example. I'll explain you that. Select star from employee backup. I'll go for distinct again. I don't want to get the duplicates. Where employee city, like, And most of you guys are aware, I mean, most of the people from India at least are aware, people call Hyderabad as HYD or HYDERABAD or HYDERABAD, something, different spellings. But HYD is the most common one, what they will use as shortcut. Okay. If you don't know what they have entered, if you want to get all the guys related to Hyderabad, then you can go for Hyderabad, and then percentage, what it will do is it will check all the guys with the city name that is starting with Hyderabad and ending with something. Right? This is an useful one. This is the case generally people use in most of the scenarios. Whenever they want to filter, and most of the cases they won't give the proper city name. For example, Bangalore. Few people call it, spell it as Bangalore, and few people spell it as Bngaluru. So you have to find out the common thing. What is a common part in both the spellings and try to get that, or I mean, give some BL or and try. You have to try using the like operator. So like operator is very useful. And this is about in operator. The difference between equal to and in operator is in operator will check in bucket of values, whereas like operator checks in only equal to operator checks in only one value. Now let's see between operator. Between operator most frequently used for integer values and date values, where date between this and that. So generally people use this between operator and values for integer values, like a number between 1 and 10. Let's see a simple example. Select star from, as we don't have a date column here, we're going to work on date columns soon. Till that, let's go with integer, where employee ID between 0 and 5. So if I give this, it will try to get, and I'll go for distinct. It will get all the employees with the ID between 0 to 5. There are 4 employees with that with the IDs between 0 and 5. That is Rupesh Babu, Lokesh Babu, Vinay Kumar, and Venki Kumar. If I give it as 3 and 5, it will get only the employees with the IDs between 3 and 5. So this is how you can filter the data. And similar to this, for dates, the syntax will be like this, where date between, I'm giving an example, there is no column called date in this table. Date between, give 21/10/2012 to 21/11/2012. That means what are all the transactions happened between 21/10/2012 to 21/11/2012. So this is how you can give the dates. Okay, and you can also give text fields like employee name between A and L. Let's see what it is gonna return. There is nothing. Let me give M. So you can see it will order everything in alphabetical, just like in dictionary. It will start with A character, and it will take all the combinations A, A, B, C, and something like that, and next B and C, D, and so on, and it will get till the M character. So there is a name called Lokesh. If I give OPQRS here, I'll get Rupesh also into the picture. And if I give Z, then I'll get Vinay or Venki Kumar also into the picture. So in short, how this executes, I'll show you an example using order by employee name If you see, these are all the employee names in order. So if I give A to M, it will start from the first one, and where the M will come. M will come between L and R. So it will get the location. If I give W, then it will get up to here. If I give Z, then yeah, if I give Z, it will get the data up to Vinay Kumar. So this is how the between works. Between works on string characters, between works for dates, between works for integers too. And this is how you can use between operator to filter the data. And this is pretty useful one whenever you are checking for the dates. For example, okay, I want to find out the people who has written exam or who has deposited amount in the banks between so and so date. If there is any problem occur, then they want to check what happened between so and so dates and what is the transactions happen between so and so dates and how many calls Rupesh has made between so and so dates. So between plays a major role. Okay. Now let's see alias part. You can alias anything, like you can alias table or you can alias column. Select start from employee backup, and if I give this name as A, I'm giving alias name for the table as A, where employee backup dot let me select that. Employee backup dot employee ID is equal to 1. What it is gonna return? This is gonna return error. Why? Because I'm aliasing this employee backup table with A. That means this employee backup table is not referred, that is not available. So you have to go for A. So once you aliased any table name, and wherever you are going to use the table name, then you have to use the alias name, not the table name. So this is how you can alias the table names. Now see, if you execute this is working. So this employee ID and employee name and so on, you can find under A. So this is how you can alias a table, and you can give whatever you want. What is the advantage of having this one is, the advantage you will come to know when we discussed about joins. In joins, you are going to use a table name dot column name in many places. So every time, instead of repeating this aqua table name, you can call it as simply employee, and you have to give the alias name as employee. This looks better, for better look and feel and easy writing, easy coding part. You can alias the tables. And the second part where we can alias is the columns. So if you see employee ID, this is not looking good. MP underscore ID is not looking good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm aliasing it as employee ID. So what it is gonna return now is, it will return the same data, but the column name is changed to employee ID. So next to the column name I have given in double quotes. There is a space, that's why I've given in double quotes. And the next one is employee name. I'm aliasing it as employee, simply employee, that's it. And the third one is employee city. I'm aliasing it as, this is no single character, I'm aliasing it as city. If there is no space, you can directly give it in, you can directly specify the alias name like this. If there is space between the new name that you are gonna give, then you have to give it in special, double quotes. Here there is no space, so I can remove this part, this double quotes, and still this one will work in the same fashion. But if I remove the double quotes here, it will take as 2 characters. So it will take this employee as 1 character, one string, and ID as 1 string, and it will say there is no such column available or syntax problem here. If I can make it as single thing like employee ID, then there will not be any problem. So the next string available to the column name is the alias one. So this is the next one, this is the next one, and for this is the next one. This is the aliasing part, and you don't need to write anything like alias. This is automatically, whatever the column name is here, the next one it will check if there is anything given by us. If it is given, then it is alias. or if you want to show everyone that you are aliasing, and even the person who is new to SQL Server, then you can use as keyword. Employee ID as employee ID, EMP ID as employee ID, EMP name as employee name, and EMP city as employee, city. So this is how you can alias the tables and alias the columns. So this is very useful one, aliasing. Why? Because in real time, if you see, the table names will be very awkward and column names will be revenue underscore trans underscore alias, sorry, not alias, what we call it as summary underscore detail data. It will be something like this. Why you need to repeat the very lengthy table name again and again and again? If you use alias, the length of the query also will get decreased, and the look and feel will be good, and it's easy to understand. And the table name, sometimes it won't give a proper meaning. You can give proper meaning. This one is not giving proper meaning here. You can make it as employee details. That means this table is holding employee details, and for employee details you can use this. So this is how, this is as simple as this. I mean, like aliasing a column or aliasing a table. And it is not mandatory that you have to alias either all the columns or none of the columns. If you don't want to alias this particular one, if you are okay with the employee EMP underscore name, then you can leave that part. Okay, this is how you can alias the tables and columns. Okay, now we're gonna step into joins part. Joins will help in joining two tables. Okay, if I have data in two tables, joins will help in storing the data. I mean, joining these two tables and get the result in one table. If I have, before going to the joins, first let's see why I have to split the tables. What is the need for me to split the tables? Okay, I'll show you a simple example. I'm not going to explain you about all the normal forms here. I'm going to show you a simple example, and then once we are familiar with why we are splitting the tables, why we are maintaining the data in two different tables of the same business, then we can jump back into SQL, I mean this part, joining part. Let me check whether I have Excel or not. Okay, there is no Excel here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a notepad. Let me take the notepad, a new one. So my intention here is to store employee details and his leave details. Okay, the first column I'm taking is employee ID, next one is employee name, employee city, state, country, and pin code, mobile, and landline. This is the information what people will capture when they join any company or any business. Okay, landline, and what else? Email, and department, designation, manager ID, and so on. Okay, we'll be capturing all these details for having the employee related stuff. And here I'm gonna take leave from, leave to, number of days, and then is approved. If approved, who is the approver? Okay, see, these are all the different columns we are maintaining to capture the data of employee leaves, I mean to say. Employee ID is 1, employee name is Rupesh, employee city is Bangalore, employee state is Karnataka, and let me go one tab here. Country is India, pin code is some blah blah blah, mobile is blah blah blah, landline is blah blah blah. I don't want to provide my email here, and department is IT, Designation is, what is the designation? PL, and manager ID is blah blah blah. Leave from when I'm gonna take leave from 21/11/2012 to 25/11/2012. Okay, I'm gonna tab it. The number of days is, let's say, how many days? 4 days. 3 days. There will be Saturday, Sunday in the middle. Is approved? Yes, approved by his ID. His ID is, I don't. Let's say blah blah blah. So I'm capturing the information. I captured this information. Now Rupesh again applied for leaves from the different dates. The dates are 21/12 to 25/12. So Rupesh applied leave for one more time, and again he applied for leave for 01/2013 and 01/2013. Okay, let's say here it is 4 days, no Saturday, Sundays there, only one weekend, and here 5 days, let's say. So whenever this is, if you are maintaining the data in this fashion, okay, if you're capturing the data in this fashion, then the problem here is every time whenever Rupesh is making a leave, whenever a leave request, whenever Rupesh is applying for a leave request, you are getting all this data in duplicate. You don't need to manage, you don't need to maintain this data, right? You don't need to capture this information. Why? Because this is a static one. The person will be Rupesh only. He belongs to city or Bangalore and Karnataka state, country will be India, pin code is something, mobile something. You are repeating the same chunk of data again and again and again. So the problem with this one is the data table size grows like anything. It occupies more memory and the performance of the table will go down as there will be huge data. And to be open, this is a static one, and this data is not going to be changed. If I apply leave today and if I apply leave on next year, the data will be same, except might be the designation or manager may get changed. But if you see the remaining part up to here, it is same employee details, right? And even this one very frequently changes, and even this one very frequently. This one also very frequent. Very rarely changes, not frequently. So why I have to capture the same unnecessary data again and again? What I can do to avoid that part? So what I can do here is I can have one more table, okay, where I'm not gonna maintain leave details. Okay, let me delete and show you first. Here I'm gonna maintain only employee details, which will be fixed, which is not frequently changed one. Okay, just a second. Okay, so here if you see the data that is not frequently changing is moved to one table, separate table I can call it as. Okay, here this data will be fixed, and here I don't need this information anymore in this table. Instead of this, I can have only the information of the dates, from when to when Rupesh has taken leaves. So like this. But if you observe, I'm maintaining the employee ID column in that table too. In this table, employee ID is there, and I have only leaves related data from when to when this particular employee has taken leave. And the data related to the employee, the remaining information related to the employee is not maintaining in the same table. Why? Because it is not required to be repeated again and again and again whenever the employee has taken leave. So instead, what I've done is I have captured the employee details here in this particular record, in this particular table. Now, I know employee ID 1 has taken leave from here, but who is that employee ID? I have to join this table with this table to get this employee. I'll join with this to here. Let me take the pen. Um, if you see, I know this guy has employee 1 has taken leave, so I will join and I will see in this table who is employee ID 1, and I will get the name Rupesh. Then I will answer Rupesh has taken the leave, and where he belongs to, I will join with the same again, and I'll get this city name. In the same way, I can get any information if I have a common column between these two. When I have a common column which is maintaining the similar data, then we can join these two and get the information whatever we want from any of the table. So the table which will have this master information, this is master data which will not frequently change, is called master table. Whereas whenever he has taken leave, this will be continuously adding. I mean, the frequency of adding the data is very high. This is called, I mean, whenever Rupesh takes leave, there will be a record in this one. So this is called transaction table. So the one which is having master information about the particular job or particular business is master table. The other table where we have transactions is called transaction table. Let me tell you an example. Rupesh, I mean, if you are owning a mobile, the name and the details where you belongs to, your address, whatever the proof you are given, all these things will be stored in the master table. And whenever you make a call, or whenever you give a missed call, or whenever you text somebody, or whenever you receive a call, those will fall into transactions. It will be like this: 1 Rupesh and his city and his mobile number is so and so, and this one has made a call to so and so person and at so and so time and spoke for so many minutes and seconds, and this is the amount charged. So that will become a transaction. And if you go to banking domain, the customer details will be master information, whereas the number of transactions that is doing, like depositing the money, they won't maintain the data like customer ID 1, name is Rupesh from Bangalore, from pin code so and so, mobile number so and so, deposited 50 rupees. They will maintain only customer ID 1 deposited 50,000, customer ID 1 withdraw 10,000, customer ID 1 checked his balance, so something like that. So in transaction tables, you will have only the information that is required for capture the transactions happening, whereas in master you will have all the master data, and there will be a common column, generally call it as primary key column or ID column, which is used to join these two tables. So this is how, and this is why the tables will be splitted. If you maintain all the data in one single table, then the table will grow like anything, the size of the table will be increasing like anything, and the performance of the database will go down whenever you try to access that particular table. So this is why and how we split the tables. You can maintain everything in one table, but not the suggested way. That is not the suggested way. Now, when I split the table into two, one is holding master data and another one is holding transaction data, then I need a common column, as I'm showing, as I've added here. Employee ID is there in this table and employee ID is there in this table too. These common columns will be joined to fetch and to get the mapped data. If anyone asks me who is the one who has taken leave from 21 to 25 on November month, you will take this ID, you will join with this, and you will get this ID, and you will get the complete details like this. And we're going to see about all these things when we're discussing about joins part. And there are so many types of joins available, and we're going to discuss about all these joins in the next session. Understood? Okay, that's it for today's session, and we're gonna discuss about joins in next session. Thank you very much.